Live from Television Park in high definition, the station you count on. This is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
New developments and new jobs. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight.
Coverage you can count on begins with great news for Barnwell County as two companies are bringing nearly 100 jobs to the Williston area. Aiken County Bureau Chief Ashley Bridges reached out to that community to see just how much this matters. Ashley?
Jenny, for Barnwell County, this is huge. The unemployment rate there is declining, but it's still nearly twice the national average. And to put this into perspective for you, what a big difference 100 jobs will make, they're coming to a town of barely 3,000 people. Take a listen. And we'll have that coming up for you in just a little bit, and how to apply to those jobs, and we'll have that for you in just a little bit.
All right, Ashley, several other big development plans were recently announced for other parts of the CSRA. You may remember that the first Starbucks soluble manufacturing plant broke ground last July. Rockwood Pigments is also building a new plant off Doug Bernard Parkway.
Well, the city of Augusta has gotten hundreds of phone calls over the last week, people complaining about the new trash service. Some say their trash was picked up late, others complain garbage is scattered around their neighborhood. Well, News Channel 6 went to Advanced Disposal for help to try to find solutions to the problems. Here's some advice that company gave us.
We've got good drivers, experienced drivers on them, but it takes time for them to learn the routes, and if those cans are not placed properly, it takes them extra time to pick those cans up.
Coming up right here at 6 o'clock tonight, another small way that you can help cut down on the trash collection problems. Watch us.
It could be a new way to deal with traffic tickets in Augusta. State Court Judge Richard Slaby is proposing a traffic ticket bureau to handle the paying of fines. Slaby says minor traffic offenses would no longer be seen as criminal offenses, and instead of having people go to court for this, they could just go to the clerk's office and pay their fines.
Well, the benefit would be that you bypass the Solicitor General's office. If you have no criminal aspect to it, then there's no prosecutor involved. So individuals who have citations can simply go to the clerk, pay those bonds, not appear in court, forfeit the bonds, dispose of the case.
Judge Slaby says requesting a trial to contest a ticket would still be allowed. At this time, he doesn't see the Traffic Bureau handling any city parking tickets.
Richmond County authorities continuing their search right now for a murderer. They say somebody shot and killed 39-year-old Yosarian Brooks at a home on Massasoit Drive early this morning. Investigators say the victim was shot twice. The suspect could be driving a black Chrysler 300. Not a whole lot of information has been released. If you have any details that could help deputies make an arrest, call 911. Richmond County investigators also looking for this man. Herman LaPatrick Brown is accused of shooting 25-year-old Marion Henley last night. Happened at a house on 3rd Avenue in Augusta. Investigators say the shooting stems from an ongoing feud. Henley was last listed in serious condition at the hospital.
Some people on 1 Augusta Street don't want to see any more trees taken down. The city removed 2 old oaks on Baker Avenue because they were deemed hazards and were in the way of a sidewalk project. Some neighbors are worried about a red X on a 3rd tree, and they say they don't want to see another tree get the axe.
They're about to take that one down.
You want that to happen?
No, I do not. I think they're about to, opening the school up for something and just making sidewalks. I figured they can go around the trees with the sidewalks, but they're taking them out. So I'm not too happy about it.
Augusta's Tree Commission chairman says the 3rd tree is healthy, not a hazard, and should not be removed. Coming up at 6, we'll hear what the city has to say about that 3rd oak.
Too hot can be too dangerous for children and pets, and some in Augusta want to spread that word. The Animal Control Advisory Board is proposing the city put up warning signs in parking lots about the dangers of having children and pets left in vehicles on these hot days.
The signs we are planning as a board and as a committee to get them put in private parking lots such as Daniel Village and that kind of thing. But what we would like the city to do is possibly put them at recreation park areas where high amounts of people tend to go and where they have their pets, you know, Pendleton King Park, Diamond Lakes, etc., places like that.
A commission committee did recommend allowing public safety officers to break windows if they have to rescue pets or children in distress. And the full commission is going to vote on that next week. And here we are today, really just the beginning of the hot weather.
That's
Chief
right.
Meteorologist George Myers joins us now for a quick update.
And no tropical drenching rains today. How about that?
Love it.
Yeah.
What a change of pace.
Nice.
And it is warm out there, as Brad mentioned. Take a look. Temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s. Aiken, you're at 90. Beach Island, Hepzibah, 89. Thompson, you're at 87. WJBF Live Viper 6 showing just a few spotty showers between Louisville and Waynesboro and a couple sprinkles over towards Bamberg. This is all dropping off to the southeast. As we head towards this evening, looking forward to maybe a stray shower early, then partly cloudy to mostly clear. At 8 p.m. 86, 10 o'clock 82, midnight 79. Looking for our warmest temperatures of the year. As we head into the next couple days, we will cool down by the weekend. Your forecast in a few minutes.
George, thank you. For the first time in more than 5 years, Clarks Hill Lake is at full pool. That's more than 20,000 extra acres of fishing real estate, but fishermen may have a harder time catching something. Meteorologist Jason Nappy's in the studio now to explain why.
At full pool, the lake is over 71,000 acres with 1,200 miles of shoreline. But a rapid rise in lake level means thousands of acres of new hiding spots for the fish population.
I love the lake the way it is. Just give it a couple of years at this height, and fishing is going to be outstanding.
Darryl Wise has been coming here his entire life, and even though it's peak fishing season, the fish aren't biting.
Right now, how high the water level is, it's tougher to catch the fish, because you got fresh ground for the fish to actually go up in.
The fish population shrunk to survive during the drought these last few years. Now finding those fish is like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
You got new territory for the fish to explore right now, and once they explore that territory, then, the fishermen can actually start pinpointing where the fish are going to go.
Ed Betros is the fisheries biologist for the Georgia DNR, and he says a population boom is coming.
So as the lake fills and utilizes this new ground and new habitat, it's washing in nutrients, really the base of the food chain, and that's what's going to allow the population to expand and really be what we call a boom for the next 2 to 3, maybe 4 years.
Small fish feed on plankton. Bigger fish feed on smaller fish. It's all part of the ecosystem that makes up the food chain.
So yeah, the populations did shrink and went down, but now that they're back up, they're gonna expand again.
Betros says the biggest impact on the fishing populations will be seen in 2 to 3 years when the fish have time to grow and be catchable size. Jenny?
All right, thank you, Jason. And if you are looking to cast a line anytime soon, here's what you need to know as far as state laws go. In Georgia, fishing licenses are required for people over 16 for both salt and freshwater fishing. You do not need a license if you're fishing in a private pond. For South Carolina residents, you'll need a license at any age. That applies to both fresh and salt water. We'll have a link on how to get those licenses on our website, WJBF.com.